Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you the card that I made for the Ink Stamp Share special blog hop, and I've made this card here, and I've done some colouring in with the Stampin blends as well as a bit of ink blending with some brushes. Okay, so this set is the gnome for the holidays, and I just thought it was quite cute. Something a little bit different. I don't normally do things like this, and I just thought I'd have a little go and do something a little bit different for a change. So I'm going to do exactly the same again. I'm not going to change any colours. That worked, so I decided to keep with that. So I've got them mounted up, and I've done it with a stitched rectangle frame. So I've cut my card base down to accommodate that. So my card base, this is shaded spruce, and it's 5.5 that way. It's our normal A4 width, which is 8.25, so it's slightly shorter than sort of the American sized cardstock, but I don't think you notice that so much. So this frame is made to fit American size cards, so I think it's worth cutting down. I've got some red, real red here. It's going to be the frame. I've got a mat there for the inside, and so that is what I'm going to do my stamping on for the outside. And I'm using the largest two stitched frames, so I need to make sure that my stamping is within this when I stamp it. So I'm going to use Memento because I'm going to be colouring in with the blends. We have to use Memento. So this is my favourite little guy here, and I've thought of a really funny card to do with him, which I might do at a future date. Made me chuckle. I do have a weird sense of humour sometimes. So I'm going to stick you there. I do like to give a little bit of extra time with Memento. Perfect. And then we're going to do the little gnome home. We used to my children used to like the story of the hobbits, and this always reminds me of when we used to go walking in the woods to keep them interested. We used to say, we're going to see if we can find a hobbit home. I imagined a little tree with a little... Going to move that out the way for now. Stick him down on there. Slightly higher than the original, but I don't think that matters. Right, and then we'll put our other little man on the other side. I was thinking, should I change it to the little gnome woman, but I'm not, because as I say, I like the way I stamped, so I'm leaving it like that. Need him to be slightly up to fit in the sentiment. There we are. It's a little bit closer than that one, but I think that's okay. I'm going to colour them in, I think, before I do the sentiment. No, I won't. I'll put it now, and then I know what I'm working to, and then I know whether or not I need to start completely all over again. So I'm going to put him, I can actually put it there now, so it will be slightly different. Do like that play on words. There. That'll work nicely, I think. So I'm going to clean these up, and then I shall zoom in on that for the colouring. Okay, so zooming down, and I'm gonna colour. I think I might colour this little man here. Actually, I'm going to colour him. He's my favourite. Going to colour him. So the way I did the beard, so I've got smoky slate here, and start with the dark, and I'm just starting at the end, and I'm just stroking up. I'm going to put my glasses on. I was watching that, I was thinking something weird here. I haven't got my glasses on. So stroking up from the bottom, and then a little bit round here. So just little strokes, and then stroking down towards where I've done the dark. And up towards there. And I'm just going around a circular motion where they meet to sort of blend it. A bit more of the dark. Bit more blending. Just little circular motions there at the point of blending. And then I took the colour lifter to help blend that a bit more. Sort of stroked down. And that's kind of how I got that effect there with the beard. Okay, so that's our beardy man done. To do the sort of his nose and his hands, I'm using the light Flirty Flamingo and light Calypso Coral. So the Calypso Coral gives you sort of like a slight apricot tone there. So I just went round his nose like so, and then with the Flirty Flamingo sort of went round next to it, and then taking a colour lifter and blended around. So some of the colour went, and it sort of toned it down a bit, so you get a bit more of a sort of skin tony effect. And then just repeated that for the hands, just a little dab on the hands, and there where you can see a little bit of the face. I'm much more confident now in colouring with these. Watched a few tutorials, and been practicing, and you know what they say, practice does make perfect. Not that I'm perfect, I'm not saying that for one moment, but I am better. So that's the skinny bits. So let's do his hat. Now I've used shaded spruce on his hat and mint macaron, and I think I just used the light one. So we start at the bottom with the darker colour, and I just stroked up. With the dark colour, and then the lighter one, I'll just stroke down. And then a little circular movements there where the colours join, and then added a bit of mint macaron at the end. I might have done dark actually. Looking at that, that looks quite... Oh, that's a dry as a bone mint macaron. That's better. So, going to do some circular motions there where they meet. A little bit more dark. It's not a quick job, and I certainly wouldn't be making a lot of these, but the odd one or two as a special card, I was happy to do that. And then a bit of the colour lifter just to sort of blend it all nicely in together. So that's the hat. So then I've got Poppy Parade here. I like Poppy Parade, maybe a bit more than Real Red, don't know. So again, the same principle, dark at the bottom of the outfit. That's only got tiny little bits in there, you can't really see. It's much harder in a smaller space to get a sense of blending. And then just to give a slightly different colour there on the shoes, I'm going to use Real Red. Oh, I did it in green last time. There we go, these are different. I might do red and green. And then the bell at the end is I'm going to use some Mango Melody and a bit of pumpkin pie, I think, to sort of get a bit of a goldy colour for a little gold bell. and then have a little red ribbon, like so. So that is my little gnome finished. So I'll just show you what I did with the tree, and I'll colour him sort of separately. So I've only got crumb cake, so I just stroked up with my crumb cake, avoiding the grass because they're a different colour. And then came down with the lighter. And then just a little circular motion where they meet. Fill in some of those gaps. And then carry on up the tree. And then a little bit of the colour lifter to sort of blend that a bit. And go over these knots with a bit of dark. And then I used Mossy Meadow for the grass and the leaves. Again, using the colour lifter to help blend that a bit. And that's my tree. So I'll carry on colouring the rest of it, but I think you sort of get the gist of how I coloured it. So that's all the blending done. So I have changed a few colours, but not many. Okay, so now to get the effect of the surrounding, I didn't want to leave it just white, so I'm using these sort of makeup blending brushes, and I've got Balmy Blue and Mossy Meadow, and I'm just going to get a bit of scrap paper under there. So I'm using the small brushes so that I can sort of get around in the small areas. So I'm just going to brush it on. In circular motion. Got a little bit more there than I actually wanted, but some of that will come off anyway. So now we want this one, so we're going to cut that out there so I don't see that bit at the bottom, and we're going to cut that out there. We've gone quite dark around the edges there, darker than I would have liked. I'm not sure if I can rectify that with my dried baby wipe. Let's see. I think it is coming off a little bit. Or am I kidding myself? There. I think that's okay. I'm just wondering if I could stamp something on it. No, I think that's okay. So I'm going to get those cut out, and I'm also going to cut out the frame, for it. So I'll use both of those when cutting out the frame, and I'll probably did I do it on this one? No, I haven't done it, but I'll cut out this white mat to go on the inside as well. Okay, so that's them all cut out, and that's that frame, so I've got that for another card. And it's bothered me a bit, this, so I was thinking, what can I do to rectify it? Because I'm thinking you might do this and think, nah, I've spoilt it there at the last hurdle. I mean, I guess it's okay. It's okay. It's annoying me. It's annoying me. So I had a little look, and in the Lots to Celebrate set, we've got these little leaves. So I thought, oh, maybe I could stamp these leaves, but I don't want them all. So I've got the Mossy Meadow Stampin' Right marker, and I did try it out on the bit that I cut out, and I thought that will work. So by just colouring in 3, shouldn't matter about the stuff on the side. Thought I could have some leaves around there. Might randomly go around with these leaves, and they kind of are similar to those. Right, might put some more. Some down there. I think that disguises it a little bit. So I think we just need a few more scattered. And maybe just the odd one now. So let's give these, and I'll just put the odd one. I don't know if that's made it better or worse. Well, I don't think I could have made it worse. Well, I could have actually. I could have made it worse. So there, so let's just get these glued down now. Yes, my thoughts were those little blending brushes would go on the little bits, and I think when I did this, I did the big brush at the top of the bottom and just went with the little brushes in the middle as opposed to the whole lot. And I think the trick is to make sure you've got hardly any ink on the brush when you do that. Right, so now then we just fit the frame on. So that's when this little glue bottle does come into its own. Now I do like it framed. And it's picking up the red that's in there. And then we've got nice little stitched rectangle for the inside. Just make the inside look a little bit more special. And as you've got the die cutter out anyway to do the other frames, it's not really any bother to do that. So there we have it. So hope that was a good tutorial on colouring with blends. Maybe not the best tutorial on blending with brushes and inks. Hey ho, I think I've explored different ways that you could maybe try and rectify some mistakes that you make, but I'm sure whoever receives that at Christmas from me will like it. So yeah, there's bits I prefer on that one to that one, and bits on this one that I prefer. I don't like the way I coloured that on that one, for instance. So there we have it. So all the details will be on my blog, nigezza.co.uk, be linked down below. And yeah, and I'll see you next time. If you wish to purchase anything, there'll be links to my shop as well. Okay, bye for now.